Hi, welcome to the Online Jewelry Academy. I'm Professor John Ahr and I'm your instructor. If you're looking for a quick way to make something really dramatic happen on a copper surface, I've got just the thing for you. It's a cheater way of doing silver inlay. What I've got in front of me are the three basic steps that you need to take in order to do this process. This first step here just shows that I've made a tool out of a heavy gauge binding wire. You could use baling wire, you could use a coat hanger. And I just made little spirals on the ends. Now, I beat those spirals into the copper surface and then I filled them up with silver solder. I just flowed an easy solder into these indentations in the surface, but you'll notice that I didn't go crazy. I wasn't stick feeding, I didn't completely flood. What I did is I put pallions into the little grooves and then heated the piece and allowed them to flow and fill. Finally, what I did is I used files and sandpaper in order to remove the excess solder and expose the shapes of the gaps that I made. Now, the thing that I wanted to point out on this one is if you look up near the top, you can see my last name right there, A-H-R. It's not really clear. It's kind of muddy. And if you look at this spiral, you can see down at the bottom that it's not exactly very clear. So the point is, the solder is going to spread. It's going to move around. Even if you really control it by putting it into the indentations, you're still going to get a little fuzzy, blurry sort of impression. Now, that's why I think it's better to use bolder forms with this process. The other thing that I wanted to point out is that if you look at this example to the one compared to the one next to it, you can tell that it's a little bit browner and richer. That's because I oxidized it with a Baldwin Patina. So that helps the copper to take on a nice brown tone so that silver shows up when you do this. Now, I love these bi-colored contrast metal pieces. They're really beautiful, but this type of operation is something that you either do towards the end of a project where you've used hard solder the entire way and you only use easy solder to do this. Otherwise, you have to treat this almost like a gemstone. It needs to be set into the final piece. Now, it's really easy to do. When you have a piece of binding wire, let's say, all you have to do is just put it over your metal sheet and then just take any work hammer and you just hammer it in like that and you can see I already have an indentation. And it's super easy to use wire solder cut into pallions to just fill that little groove up and flow it right in. I hope you like this tip. I hope it makes some beautiful jewelry for you. If you like this video, you can check out our complete playlist at theonlinejewelryacademy.com. If you click in the lower right-hand corner, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can always follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And don't forget about fan funding. Thanks for watching.